Hello, everybody. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience. Content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us and hopefully for you as well. Well, Josh, we did it. One season down. 2 more to go, and plus a bunch of other TV shows and movies after that. But holy crap, it's already season 2 time. And the way people have been commenting and letting us know what's going to happen this season, not spoiling it, but letting us know, like, hey, you guys are in for something. I'm definitely more pumped than I was at the beginning of season 1 because we didn't know anything. But at the beginning of this one, holy shit, I'm ready. How about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy to think. We talk about this a lot more in our season 1 recap discussion video that's up now on the channel, but crazy to think, just 4-ish months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, going from just starting watching the show, having no idea what it's about or really anything about Star Trek beyond the surface level pop culture stuff. And now, just a few months later, going into season 2 with this community that we've built both here on YouTube and on Patreon with our full uncut reactions of every episode, and kind of getting all of this behind the scenes information both from our comments that we get and just from learning about the show on our own has been incredible. And going into season 2 is 100% completely different than how we felt going into season 1 for both of us, but I am super excited, and I'm going to just go into this with trying to keep my expectations tempered because I've heard all the praise as well, but I'm not going to lie, it's going to be difficult too. I'm expecting great things, and I hope this first episode of Amok Time starts us off on a good note.
Absolutely.
All right, if it's your first time here by chance, all of our reactions to the first season of Star Trek, the original series, are already on the channel. They're in a nice little playlist you can go check out. And starting with The City on the Edge of Forever, all of our reactions are also, like I said, on our Patreon full and uncut, as every episode starting with this season will be as well. So the link for that is in the description. And we're also watching some other stuff on the channel. We're going to be watching Firefly, as well as some other things going on. So make sure to subscribe, become part of the target audience.
It feels like we've waited like 6 months or a year, but it's been like
A week.
It's Spock. He's become increasingly restive. If he were not a Vulcan, I'd almost say nervous.
Oh, that just sounds like Mr. Spock in one of his contemplated phases.
Miss Chapel, what's this? Oh, Vulcan plummeek soup. And I'll bet you made it, too.
And she confessed her love for Spock in The Nick of Time.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Mr. Spock hasn't been eating, Doctor, and I just happened to notice.
It's all right. Carry on, Miss Chapel.
You're fired.
Frying, if I want anything from you, I'll ask for it.
Oh, shit, you've been caught.
I should like to request a leave of absence on my home planet.
We're going to Vulcan?
All I require from you is that you answer it, yes or no.
You left before you could answer.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ugh.
Good hook.
It's gone before.
Oh!
Created by Gene Roddenberry.
That last season was good. Put my name in the front. Hey!
DeForest Kelly!
Hey!
He made it
You
in.
made it. Nice.
No, I'm so
Way to make a
fucking
name for yourself.
I'm so fucking excited.
Me too.
In all the years that I've known you, you've never asked for a leave of any sort. In fact, you've refused them. Why now?
He's not even making eye contact with him.
Since we're headed for Altair 6, and since the shore facilities there are excellent.
No, I must...
This guitar riff. What?
Oh, he's got something behind his back? He ain't gonna stab him, is he?
He's fucking shaking too. Oh my god.
Helm.
Yes, Captain.
It's kind of. I was about to say it's kind of
he
risky.
sees it.
Increase speed to warp 4.
Aye, sir.
You can see it. What?
Thank you, Captain.
Unless you wanted him to see it.
Even Vulcans aren't indestructible.
The stain's still there.
Captain, something's coming in on the Starfleet channel.
Woo!
Inauguration ceremonies, Altair 6 have been advanced 7 solar days.
Mr. Chekhov, compute course and speed necessary for compliance.
Warp 6, sir. Insufficient time to stop off at Vulcan.
Here's our new character.
Don't worry, I'll see that you get your leave as soon as we're finished. How late will we arrive for the ceremonies if we increase speed to maximum and divert to Vulcan just long enough to drop off Mr. Spock?
I don't understand, Captain. We're on course for Vulcan, Captain, as Mr. Spock ordered.
Chekhov really getting that push.
And Kirk was being a good friend, being like, what if we, push the limits a little bit? But Spock went behind his back. What is going on?
You changed course for Vulcan, Mr. Spock. Why?
Changed the course? I do not know why, nor do I remember doing it.
I order you to report to the sickbay.
Sickbay.
It's not going to go well for McCoy, I feel like.
Yeah, those two are going to clash really bad.
My orders were to report to sickbay, Doctor. I have done so. And now I'll go to my quarters.
In case you hadn't noticed, I have to answer to the same commanding officer that you do.
I was told to come here. I don't have to stay.
Yield to the logic of the situation.
Ooh. Now, when he said no Vulcan can, I wonder if this is like a regular Vulcan problem that happens.
Maybe Vulcan just go through puberty really late, so he's just getting a bunch of hormones.
Then we're going to Altair. Then we're headed to Vulcan again. Now we're headed back to Altair.
I think I'm going to get spacesick.
Nice. Nice little buddy for Sulu to interact with.
Yeah, I hope they develop a little back and forth there as it goes on.
If you don't get him to Vulcan within a week, 8 days at the outside, he'll die.
What?
He'll die, Jim.
Well, fuck Altair 4 or 6 then.
Yeah.
Why within 8 days? Explain.
I don't know.
And are you a doctor, aren't you?
Ooh.
Spock won't tell me what it is, but if it isn't stopped somehow, physical and emotional pressures will simply kill him.
You say you're convinced he knows what it is?
He does. And he's as tight-lipped about it as an Aldebaran shellmouth.
Okay, Bones.
Okay. Star Wars does it all the time. Like, oh, he's like a such and so, such and so. Like, what?
Just for the sake of world building.
Biology. Vulcan biology.
You mean the biology of Vulcans? As in reproduction?
Is he pregnant?
How do Vulcans choose their mates? Haven't you wondered?
He's like, I don't know.
We shield it with ritual and customs shrouded in antiquity. I'd hoped I would be spared this, but the ancient drives are too strong.
Now, Spock's dad was a Vulcan, but his mom was a human.
Sounds like it happens to all of them, but he was hoping he would escape it by being half Vulcan, but he can't.
You don't think...
Maybe you ought to plot a course back for Vulcan, just in case.
Communication to Mr. Spock. Lieutenant Uhura here. Captain asked me to inform you
Alone.
he's trying to raise
Let me alone!
That's great.
Our appearance there is a demonstration of friendship and strength which will cause ripples clear to the Klingon Empire.
Ooh. Reference to the Klingons.
I can hardly
Kirk,
believe
you will
that...
proceed to Altair 6 as ordered. Subject is closed. You have your orders. Starfleet out.
Oh, great. So now, because he couldn't say it correctly, now he's going to have to disobey him.
You can't go off to Vulcan against Starfleet orders. You'll be busted.
I can't let Spock die, can I, Bones? I owe my life a dozen times over. Isn't that worth a career?
Damn. What a...
He's my friend.
Oh!
Lay in a course for Vulcan. Tell engineering I want warp 8 or better.
Oh, look at her.
Course already plotted. Laying it in, sir.
I see.
They got that bond, man. Their friendship supersedes anything at this point. It was an interesting conversation because I would have thought that, like, Kirk would want to follow the orders and Bones would have tried to, like, appeal to his emotions, but it was flipped in that case. It was nice to see.
Also showing that all this stuff happened last season happened, It makes you... Feels like there's some weight to it.
Miss Chapel.
My name is Christine.
Yes, I know, Christine.
So listen, there's this thing that's going to happen. there's this thing that's going to happen in 8 days unless I, you know.
I await you.
Who is she?
She is T'Pring, my wife.
What?
Hey!
Oh!
Does she know that the only time he was happy was with another woman?
I was about to say, what about that instance?
I'm sure this is like an arranged type thing, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an awesome shot. Wow.
I'm assuming that's a miniature, so that's impressive how they were able to make them, you know, that's...
And look at the city in the background.
Oh, yeah, wow. I totally thought Vulcan would look more like, you know, a city, like Coruscant from Star Wars. Like just buildings and skyscrapers.
Like more of like a typical futuristic environment.
Yeah, yeah.
You said T'Pring was your wife.
By our parents' arrangement, while we were but 7 years of age.
7
Wow.
years.
Here we go. Gonna see other Vulcans.
You know who that is? Powell, the only person to ever turn down a seat in the Federation's Council.
Damn. This is the first time we see the signal. We haven't seen it.
Oh,
We've never seen him do it.
We've never seen this before. I totally forgot about that too.
This is the Vulcan heart. This is the Vulcan soul. This is our way.
I like how they're all dressed up for their wedding day, but like Kirk Bones, they're just in their regular like work attire.
Why didn't they wear the court clothes?
She will choose her champion.
She's gonna choose one of them, isn't she?
He's gonna fight this guy? Keep showing him. Say, quit looking back at me, dude.
I make my choice.
Just Kirk standing there cross-armed.
This one.
I knew it! I knew she was gonna choose one of them.
No!
But our laws and customs are not binding on thee. Thee are free to decline.
Oh, all the setup and the writing of this episode. It's like, oh, he's my best friend. I would die for him. All the, you know, it's like he saved my life, and now they gotta fight. Of course. Why didn't I see this coming?
My friend does not understand. I will do what I must.
He's like, he doesn't know I'm about to whip his ass.
What happens to Spock if I decline?
Another champion will be selected.
Oh, because he thinks if he declines, she's gonna choose the big tough guy.
Well, if I can knock Spock out without really hurting him.
In this climate, if the heat doesn't get you, the thin air will.
I love that Kirk assumes he'll win.
Like, oh yeah, I can knock him out swiftly. It's like, dude, it's the strongest dude on the Enterprise.
Jim, listen, if you...
Bones. The Powell, a Vulcan. How can I back out in front of her?
His ego's getting in the way. Oh no.
Oh no!
Looks like the thing you use to get a pizza out of the oven.
This combat is to the death.
Couldn't have told me that before.
No, 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 no.
Who said anything about a fight to the death?
Challenge was given and lawfully accepted.
She's right, because Kirk never listens to the full story. Alright, this is awesome. Spock ain't messing around. Oh, there you go. Got him with the blunt end. Oh my god. You could tell Kirk's just trying to, like, stay alive, and Spock's going for the kill.
Like, he broke the weapon off. Oh!
The air's too hot and thin for Kirk. He's not used to it.
The air is the air. What can be done?
Oh, look at his chest, dude.
They showed blood? That was, like, good-looking blood, too. Like, not that, you know, strawberry jam.
Huge improvement.
But you're with this. At least it'll give Kirk a fighting chance.
We may proceed.
There you go, Bones. All right.
All right. Not just there to stand around. I like it. Everyone getting a little piece of the pie.
It's a triox compound. Will help you breathe.
And maybe a little extra.
Oh!
Oh!
I'm also thinking, like, okay, so is the neck grip just banned in this? Oh my god!
Now you will suffer as I've suffered, Obi-Wan.
Oh my
Breaker!
god.
Get your hands off of him, Spock.
There you go, Bones.
He's dead.
Imagine watching this when it debuted. Oh my god.
You have become much known among our people, Spock. Almost a legend. And as the years went by, I came to know that I did not want to be the consort of a legend. There was also Ston, who wanted very much to be my consort, and I wanted him. If your captain were Victor, he would not want me, and so I would have Ston. If you were Victor, you would free me because I had dared to challenge, and again I would have Ston.
Oh my god.
Logical. Flawlessly logical.
I love that response.
You may find that having is not so pleasing a thing after all as wanting.
Ooh.
It is not logical, but it is often true.
Okay, but what about him, like, dying if he doesn't reproduce? Or was he only gonna die if he didn't do this ritual?
Maybe, yeah.
Live long, T'Pau, and prosper.
Is that the first time they said that too? Ah!
Energize.
Where's Kirk? What they do with his body? I like how they're so plain. It's like, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
There can be no excuse for the crime of which I'm guilty.
The shot he gave
I
him.
intend to offer no defense. Furthermore,
shot!
I shall order Mr. Scott.
And he's already up there in a new shirt.
Do you think you better check with me first?
Captain.
Jim!
Oh,
look at him! Look how excited he is! Ah, you got caught slipping.
That was no triox compound he shot me with. He slipped in a neural paralyzer. Knocked me out. Simulated death.
He knew the whole time.
When I thought I had killed the captain, I found I had lost all interest in T'Pring. The madness was gone.
Okay.
Captain Kirk, message from Starfleet Command, top priority.
Oh, yeah.
Powell's request for diversion of Enterprise to planet Vulcan hereby approved. Any reasonable delay granted.
How about that, T'Pau? They couldn't turn her down.
There's just one thing, Mr. Spock. You can't tell me that when you first saw Jim alive that you weren't on the verge of giving us an emotional scene that would have brought the house down.
Merely my quite logical relief that Starfleet had not lost the highly proficient captain.
Yes, Mr. Spock, I understand.
And a pig's eye.
Come on, Spock, let's go mind the store.
Nice. Wow, yeah. So first off, just about this episode, really, really, really solid episode. Really loved it. Great season opener. Getting to see so much of the Vulcans and their culture. Not at all what I expected. Expect them, like you said, to be this more futuristic, kind of above the more like ritualistic type things, but it's just the opposite. Even though they're all logical, they're still tied to like these very ancient ritual laws that they all kind of accept that don't really make sense as like the best way to do things, but they're like, well, this is our ritual, this is our laws. Very interesting. Love the twist of the wife character actually being so logical that she worked out that whole plan of picking Kirk. It was great. I think, at the end a little bit of convenience of not just with Kirk, because I actually liked that, and I'll let you talk about that with Bones and everything, but just like the whole thing of the Starfleet being like, oh, okay, it's approved anyway, a little bit of convenience there, and but yeah, overall, really, really liked it. Very solid.
Yeah, from the intro, I'm like, I was so excited for this. The updated intro with like the rereading of the voice, and that was wonderful, and classic Star Trek Star Trek trope where it's like in the beginning we don't know what's going on, Spock's acting weird, and I'm like so excited to figure out what it is. The new character, Chekhov and Sulu, because where Chekhov was sitting, it's always just some random rotating dude who might not even say anything, or if he did, he's like a problem to the plot. But this guy was just like a nice little comedic relief and someone, for Sulu to bounce off of. Oh, that was wonderful. The Vulcan signal, saw it for the first time, and, live long and prosper. Haven't seen that at all in the first season. I just feel like they made so much, progression. I mean, the shot with the miniatures in the Vulcan city, and, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the Vulcan city probably is how I described, because we saw it, like, way in the background, but they still have that ancient ritual area for the marriage. Oh, that was neat. And, like, the character stuff between the big three was just turned up to 11. I mean, we praised it all throughout the first season, but I feel like it's all in this, like, tenfold. And the twist, because I totally believed, like, oh, yeah, because they were sweating, they were breathing hard, the shot's going to show they can fight. And I'm like, when he died, I'm like, obviously he's not dead. But then it, like, hit me right before the reveal. It's like, the shot killed him! And then out comes fucking Kirk. I'm like, that's fucking wonderful. Damn, that was great.
I honestly feel like once they got renewed for season 2, they Gene and everybody, the writers and everybody, they were like, okay, we're renewed for another season now. We're gonna make a weird as hell episode and do whatever we want, and it's gonna be so sci-fi and weird. And I loved it so much, and that was kind of what I was expecting, a little bit going into the first season. And obviously I love the first season, but it was awesome to see this like episode. I don't think we could have gotten this in season 2 because it was like so weird and out there, and you really had to know the characters to be along for the story. Like, I feel like if you didn't know Spock, if this was your first episode, it might be a little bit off. Like, it might be like, a lot to handle. But since we already have a season of growing with Spock, we kind of are accepting of all this weird cultural stuff with the Vulcans. And yeah, I really loved how out there it was, and I hope it just continues on that trend.
Yeah, I mean, the first shot of Spock in this episode is him throwing the soup. So it's like, I don't think that's a very good establishment for Spock. I think we'd have a very different thought about him if we opened with that. But for a season 2 opening, that's fucking perfect.
Yeah, but yeah, that's going to be our thoughts for Amok Time, the season opener of season 2. If you want to hear our full extended discussion as well as our full uncut reaction to the episode, you can join our Patreon. The link is in our description for that. But thank you for joining us here. Subscribe if you haven't already and become part of the target audience.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining us with this debut of season 2. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience. Content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us and hopefully for all of you as well. Thank you again. See you in the next one.